Hello everyone and welcome to day 16 of our Hello Python series. I'm Mayank Agarwal and in this video we are going to learn about string formatting. So let's get started. So now let us start with string formatting. String formatting actually allows us to create dynamic string. Okay, so by let's say if we want to plug in values of variable in our string, then how we can do that. So maybe you can intuitively think of that as I would say, let's say you have fill in the blanks, right? We have fill in the blanks. We are keeping the blanks open, and in that we are going to put some variable or value based on key. Let's say if it is defined in our code, then we want to make sure that that is shown instead of some I would say fixed value. Until now, we are printing out things. Whenever we are printing out things, so we are just making sure that fixed value are getting printed, right? So it is majorly also used in print statement, okay, whenever we are passing strings. So that is a lot, I would say, useful. Now let us see some example. Let's say in this hello Python, okay, so a and b have defined like this. Now my message is welcome to my hello Python series. But what if tomorrow I want to basically change this message, okay, based on some other series, or if something else I'm doing, right? And let me know in the chat comment as well if you want me to start series on any other topic in the field of software development or data science, machine learning, AI, and I will be more than happy to do so. Now, if we have to do something like this, if you want to print that to the user, and many times you would see that we have the placeholder, right? So if I will go on my Flipkart or Amazon, it will show hi Mayank. Similarly, in your case, in your app, your name will be shown. So in a similar way, these are actually possible due to the placeholder, which we are able to like put and then add values to that. So this is the overall, I would say, use case. Now, one more use case is that you will see this kind of, I would say, so this is a F string which you're going to study in this video only. So this is a Kaggle, okay, where just some Python codes are there. You will get to know what exactly it is. I'm going to cover that in another future video as well. But just what I want to show you is that see how they have used this type of format. Now, similarly, this type of format is used here. So there are different formats to just print basis of, I would say, different things. Now, I don't want that I would say you face any issue in that whenever you are doing Python or you see someone else code, because that is something which happened to me, right? I learned one format and like because there are many formats, so confusion of course is there. So in this video, I will make sure that I clear all of them out once and for all. So now let us see the first one. Okay, the very first one. So in format string method, like there are three ways majorly. So the first one is by using this percentage operator. Second one is using this dot format function, and the last one is f string. Okay, you can use any of them. Though majorly I've seen that f string is a lot easy to use for freshers or for someone who is beginning with that. And for people who have been using this percentage and format, then they continue on using that as well. Okay. So the very first is string formatting using the percentage of formatter. So let's say if I have this S1 Mayank, I can actually provide this percentage S as a placeholder. So this percentage S is nothing but a blank where I will be providing the value. Okay. So we can either have a variable here or we can actually provide a direct value as well. So let us see the example directly. That will make it a lot more clear. So let's say print. Okay. So what I'm doing is hi, I am an awesome Python series named, and let's say this percentage S. So in this way, if you will see the format, now I can provide what exactly I want to fill in those percentages. So in my case, I want to do like this. 1 second. Yeah, and you're able to see this hello Python. Okay, 1 second. I think I messed up the format. Yeah, percentage S and the next percentage S, right? So okay, let me just do one thing quickly. Check for the format, because it's not the major one which I use. Okay, what am I missing? Okay, sorry, this comma should not be there, right? So see, hi, I am an awesome Python series named hello Python. Okay, now of course I can provide Mayank here as well, and this is gonna get chained to Mayank, but I hope you get the idea. Now if I'm making an app and I want to showcase, let's say, the name of the person who is using it, I can just get that app and let's say I can have that placeholder, that's the message which I want to show. So in your Zomato it will say hello your name, in my Zomato it will say hi Mayank. So that is how we do it. Okay, so this is the I would say overall format. Now you can see another example of that as well. So my name is percentage S and I'm percentage D years old. So here this I will show you. This percentage S actually goes back to a string. Okay, this is your name which is getting picked up, and here the age is basically getting picked up in this percentage D. Okay, so this thing you have to understand. Now if we go back and see this, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, not ability. So see, in this what we are doing is like we provide these placeholders, and for integers we provide percentage D, for string we provide percentage S, and for float we provide percentage f. Now everything can be converted into a string. That type conversion thing, of course, we have seen already in our previous lecture. But for integer and string, integer or float specifically, we have to make sure that we provide them. Okay. So now the next one is precision handling with percentage operator. Now this is again very important. So let's say when you have a floating point number, let's say my number is coming out to be something like this, 3.14528.3. But of course, this is a very big number. Like I just want to maybe show the most significant 3-4 digits after my decimal. So that also is actually given in Python. Now the reason it is again important to cover is because that is how you show the result. If let's say you're doing any calculation, so it becomes a lot important to understand the same as well. So in this way, you can actually make sure, okay, this is basically we just, I would say, limiting the division to that, right? In school also we used to limit the division. No? Whenever, let's say, if it was kept on getting, I would say, divided. So for example, the best example we can see of that is, let us go to our notebook. Let's say if my D is equals to, or let me say result is equals to 10 divided by 3. And if I now see what my result is, if I just write it here, it's 3.3333 and then in the end 5. But maybe I don't want to show it like this. Of course, like so many things, like I guess the person will get the idea. So what I can do is print, okay, print the result is percentage, okay. So let's say point, 2 point, like 2 is basically just before that, and 5f. And I can just provide this percentage result here. It's always good to have the brackets and see, you're just getting till 333. You can make it 1 as well. It's not going to round off, it's just directly going to cut. Okay, so that is what you're getting. Rather, let us see that if it's going to round off or not. Okay, that thing should be helpful. Now, if our result is 2.5, then if I just see this, okay, I'm getting 1 only. Let me do this by 8. Now, my result become 1.25. And if I just see till 2.2, it is 1.25. But if I see till 1, it's 1.2. It's just cutting that, right? It's just cutting that, not rounding off or anything. But that is how we basically make sure that we are able to control precision as well using this formatting. Okay, so this is again very important to understand. You will see this used a lot of places. Okay, so here if you will see all the methods I have created, but see the pi value is this, then we can just see rounded to 2 decimal places like this. Okay, so this thing is there first to understand. Now let us move forward. Okay, let us move forward. And one thing more I would just like to check quickly. If let's say I make my result is equals to 3.129999, then what it is giving, because if it is rounding off or not, oh okay, sorry, my bad. So it is rounding off as well. If you see 3.13 it is making it, so it is rounding off, because here as well in the notes it is written that it is rounded to 2 decimal places. Okay, so please make sure that you understand this and don't get confused in this. 3.1 because it was 2, we are just getting this as 1. Okay, so the result gets rounded off, not just cut. Again, along with that it gets rounded off as well. Okay, so that's the very first thing. Now the next part is dot format. Okay, it is actually introduced in Python 3. That's why many people you will see that they're still using that percentage format. So dot format is also a lot easy. So we just have these blanks directly here. Okay, and in the format we just basically specify that what exactly we want. So this just gets basically added here, and this gets added here. Now here you don't have to worry about if it's a string, if it's a integer, if it's a float, and that's the major benefit of this, right? So earlier we used to handle, and then we used to get that hierarchy. If someone have added, I would say float and the string is there, then it's a problem, or vice versa. In the dot format thing, nowhere is a problem. So it can be also index or keyword based. So let us see both of them, both the examples. So let us go here and let me just show you this here, right? So let me copy this, that would be helpful. See here everyone, so my name is this and I am this years old. So no percentage D, no nothing. So name is equals to, let's say, Mayank, okay, or let's say Python, and Python I think is a lot old, so let us write maybe 30, age is 30, and see, you're able to get this. You don't need to specify whether it's a integer, string, anything. Okay, so that is how it works. Now there are 2 more ways you can make it work. There are actually 2 more ways. So let's say, what if tomorrow you want that somewhere this name is not coming, or let's say you want to use this name a lot of times. So it can actually be based on index and overall I would say your keyword as well. So let us see the same as well. Now see, hello, you are this year old. So I'm provided this 0 and 1, and this is going to get picked up like this. So if you remember the slicing indexing concept, this is the 0th one and this is the age is the next one. Now I can make it 0 0 here as well. So let me just cut this. Yeah, okay, if I make it 0 0, you see both places Python. So this gives me the benefit that if I want to use something multiple times, right, I can do it via index. In a similar way, if we do it 1, now this age is going to get picked up. Okay, so that is how you're going to see 30. If I make it 1 here again, then 30 and all that. Okay. Again, make sure that it is 0, not this. And then last one is basically by using the named argument. So of course, like if you have so many arguments, how are you going to handle it? If you have, let's say, 10 arguments, so you will not remember that. Like, yeah, this is 5, this is 5 again, then you will see that. So for that, Python, what it gives in this dot format is also using the argument by name. So let's say if I change it to first name, and if I copy this first name here, then it's gonna go into this format and see what is the value of first name. Okay, and that I think is very fabulous, because let's say if I tomorrow want to use I am, now I can provide this first name here again, first name, and I am awesome. Okay, so see, it's gonna running like this. Now the best way to learn me is hello. Then see, again I can use this first name series. See, so it is giving you everything. Let me just remove this. That should be helpful. Yeah. See, hello Python, you are 30 years old. The best way to learn me is hello Python series. Okay, so I'll be able to use this first name a lot of times, right? So that is the benefit. Now again, this can be done by indexing as well, but I hope you understand that when we have lots of, I would say, strings to pick it or to basically push in this fill in the blanks, then of course it makes sense that we are able to see them by name instead of by their index, right? So that is what also is given. Now that is exactly how we do string formatting with dot format. So next one is Python f string. Okay, it makes formatting actually very easy, and you will see the same as well. Python formatting very easy and efficient than previous methods. So recent one, but it is actually the one which most fresher or most students, I would actually say, uses. So syntax is just to provide this f before hello, and you can directly use the, I would say, directly the variables. So for example, let me show you the example. So just like we are using it for print, but we can define a string as well here. So str1, let's say. Now how I can define an f string is, see, I provide this f outside, and now see, hello, my name is, and you can just directly use this name variable. So you have this name variable with you, you can just directly use that. Let me copy this. Okay, and my age is, so you can use the age variable directly, and this is how your string is going to get defined. See, str1, and again you can just print that string, but anytime you want to do any formatting in string, like that is what these are, right? String formatters. You can use any of these methods. Now let us see some more example of this f formatting. So I think, yeah, the same example is shown here as well. If you will see, I think this will give an error because we have not run it from the starting. So let me run this. Yeah. And this is giving the same thing. Now just to understand, the precision handling can also be done in all of them, but majorly you can just use the percentage one as well. But yeah, still it is important to understand that how it's done. So the first one we have already seen. Second one, in this, okay, you provide like this. So colon 0.3f, and you basically provide your number, dot format the pi, and here you provide it like this, the variable name, colon, and then what you want, 0.45. So see, you're able to get the results. Okay, so just, I think it is a little bit important to understand, okay, because many times you see this code and you're not able to make sense of it, then I think it's a little problem. And I find that the overall documentation and I would say the way of explaining this is not a lot good on the internet. So I made sure that I will cover this precision thing as well. So this is how you do these things. Now it also supports expression and precision. I think that I have already shown. So the one thing more I would like to show you is that, let's say if my age, so let me do it like this, income, let's say 100, and tax is, let's say, equal to 30. So what I can do is use the help of this string is, f string is f, my final income is income minus tax. Now of course you have to make sure that they are all integers and compatible types, right? And second, have I defined the first one? Okay, I'm not printing it, my bad. So str2, and you're able to see that you are able to do the basically addition, subtraction, or all these expression in the same only. Here also I must have taken the example as well. Just 1 second. Yeah, okay, so here actually I have not taken the, yeah, okay, there is an example. So let's say price is this and tax is this. So you can do like this, price into tax and till whatever you want. So these are just, as I said, these notebooks will be a lot helpful to you. Okay, so please make sure that you download them and keep them safe so that you can revise anytime you want them. Okay, so this is overall regarding this, the value of pi. Then this is basically the precision. So value, colon, we saw that, right? Width and precision. So that is all actually in the overall, I would say, your this string formatting. Now you're going to see that a lot in lots of places. Plus, I think it is very helpful if you understand this, right? If you're able to use these things and you have an idea that how exactly you use them, like how exactly you can write them in code and make your code a lot better whenever you are showing any result. So for that, it is useful. And I hope through this video, you have understood each and every type of string formatter out there. Again, this notebook is present to you. There are lots of questions there as well. So please make sure that you also try these questions out. Okay, and they will help you to reinforce your learning. Okay. Cool, everyone. So I hope that was helpful. Please make sure that you do lots of practice, because this is actually something which, if you practice once, you will be all set. And anytime you see this code in future in your software development journey, in your machine learning, data science, AI journey, you will always remember me and like, yeah, that person explained that beautifully. And I hope that you are able to get it. If you have any doubt, ask the same in the comments. Please make sure that you like this video. Okay. Share this with your friends, anyone who is trying to code or learn Python. I'm pretty sure ki this will be a lot helpful, right? With all the notes, handwritten notes, everything which I'm giving you. And yeah, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so you are aware anytime I'm uploading a video. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.